Hi, Genki Call here. It is Monday, December 4th, 2023. We have a lot going on this week. We are in Suncrest this week. We have Guild Wars. We just have a lot happening this week, and we have some really awesome troops that have just come into the game. So, let's go over everything. Where shall we start? How about campaign? So, don't really need to go over the tasks because you're just going to get those done anyway. But this week, our boost will be +3 attack. That will be very helpful for Guild Wars. And then for the lore, skip over this part if you don't want to hear it. We obtained the second clock hand from a splintered golem in Zul'Kari. Now all that remained was to figure out where midnight would appear next. Tessarian surprised us by then casting a spell upon the clock hands. They span... Span? You mean spun? They spun and then pointed southwest. Tessarian announced it would likely appear between here and Suncrest. Dark elves were generally unhelpful, so we sought a guide in Suncrest. So also, as far as campaign goes, this week, those of us with the standard paid pass will get the Hermit, and he could be useful, probably not, we'll see. But also, if you have the expensive pass, the one for $24.99, whatever it is, those people are going to get Chronos today, the new mythic. So I do not have that pass, so I can't show that off till next week. But anyway, Suncrest, let's first head into the shop and get our resources, grab your spoils of war. I recommend getting all 10 of these every week. It's a great price for those event keys, and every event key is chance at a mythic. There's some awesome mythics this week. Okay, there's one awesome mythic this week. One absolutely must-have mythic that I hope you're going to be able to get if you don't have her yet. We'll get to that in a bit. Okay, awesome troop number 1, Ehecatl. That was what I'm going to call him. This guy is empowered. He's going to convert all blue gems to yellow and then conjure a light storm. But if you have him traded, he's also going to summon a light storm at the start of battle, and he starts battles with full mana. So he is empowered, and that is extremely powerful. So we're going to get this, well, even if he was crappy, I would get him up to Mythic Ascendable. So we're going to grab him, get him up to Mythic, so that I will have that level 20 troop when I need it for the power level in Suncrest. I recommend doing that every week, getting the glory troop up to mythic level if you can. Remember, you may get a copy or two in the event, and the event is Journey. So let's head in there and I will show you Journey. So when you go in the shop here, you could get some Ehecatl. This is the only way that you can get Egris, and Egris is awesome! We love Egris. Egris is the new Secra, the new Todd Greenwood. She is going to do damage to an enemy and create 3 yellow gems boosted by Strix allies. So this is the Strix equivalent of Secra, only she creates yellow. And she also places Hunter's Marks on enemies when doing skull damage and has a 20% chance to dodge skull damage, meaning she's great to put up at the front of the team, which I always like to do with these Journey troops. So, love her. I already have her up to Mythic. I already have her gold medaled because she's super, super useful. And the implications using her with Finesse, so exciting. Oh my goodness, because Finesse boosts the entire Strix team with every match 4, and you're going to get so many match 4s with this. It's going to be crazy good. If you buy up to tier 3 of the Journey event, you will also get Feather Strike, the new weapon. Damage to an enemy boosted by yellow allies and Strix allies with a ×3 boost ratio. I don't know what the upgrades are. We can go check that out right quick. Weapon. Feather Strike. Let's check it out. We've got nothing really special here. A little extra mana to all allies, a little bit of lightning to break barriers, that kind of thing. But yeah, nothing too special about this weapon, but I needed to buy that tier anyway. So free weapon. Don't craft this in the Soul Forge. You can get it for free just by, well, just by buying tiers in the shop for Journey. So let's go over the troops that you can and cannot get with your event keys this week. We are going to go here and here. Let me sort this by rarity. La la la. And first, let's go over the things you can't get, and that's going to be Rubarath, the 4 troops from Stone Song Eerie, like Queen Sochi, whom I love, but you can't get her. You can't get the Sun, and you cannot get. Is there anything else here? I think there was one more you can't get. Here's another Stone Song Eerie one. Can't get that. The Doom of Light. You cannot get Dooms except from Tower of Doom. You won't be able to get this from the from your event keys. But what you can get is Phoenicia. Phoenicia is my all-time favorite, used for everything troop. She does damage to all enemies. It doesn't look like that much, but it's boosted by red gems and burning enemies. And if there's a firestorm, she deals double damage. It's only a 1-to-1 ratio for each red gem on the board. That, say there are 5 on the board, that's an additional 5 damage. Unless there's a firestorm, and that makes it an additional 15 damage to each enemy. She is crazy good. She has a 50% chance to burn a random enemy at the start of her turn. Also very nice. So Phoenicia is awesome. I will put in a video at the end. In the last 15 seconds of this video, keep an eye out for it. There will be a thumbnail to check out some Phoenicia teams. And I'll also add the Mythic Spotlight I did on Phoenicia, so you can check that out as well. Love her, love her. Good luck to you if you don't have her yet, because she is amazing. Quetzalma's okay. This one does scatter damage, boosted by a gem color, except for yellow. So she's going to create yellow gems, remove all gems of whatever color you've chosen. So say there are 10 blue on the board, she's going to remove those, she's going to add 10 yellow, and then you're going to get gems falling as well from whatever color you removed. If you have a yellow storm at the time, mo better. Mo better, as my grandma says. But the scatter damage doesn't do much, but the thing about Quetzalma is that she can loop. She also summons a light storm at the start of battle and has a 20% chance to resurrect with full mana when she dies. So a lot of people like to put her at the front of their team. I tend not to myself, but anyway, can't get Rubarath. Huitzilopochtli, I don't think he's as bad as people say. He's pretty bad, but he does... Okay, maybe he's not that good. So he does damage to an enemy boosted by purple gems. If there's a storm, deal double damage. If the enemy dies, create 12 skulls. And he does use purple, so that's cool. He does inflict death mark when doing skull damage, so you could put him at the front of the team, but he has no skull damage reduction. He can't dodge, so he does also deal 12 damage to a random enemy every time you match yellow gems. And this is where he's not good. This is the thing that I now remember why I really didn't love Huitzilopochtli. When you match yellow gems, really, he doesn't use yellow. If he used yellow, he'd be a lot more useful. If this Dawn Slayer thing was instead Dusk Slayer, where it was matching purple or blue or green, he'd be a better troop, but he's not, so he's alright. He's still a mythic for Suncrest if you need a mythic to get your power level up, so any mythic you get is a good thing, but of course, I'm hoping for Phoenicia for those of you who don't have it yet. As far as the legendaries go, we've got Garuda. Summons a firestorm, does damage to all enemies, gains 1 magic boosted by red gems. Every 3 red gems on the board is +1 magic, so if there are 9 red gems on the board, you'll get an additional 3 magic, which of course makes this purple number go up. Double skull damage versus Naga, and that's about it for him. High Priestess Chazka is very significant, and not because she does AoE damage. It is boosted by yellow gems, so take whatever, it's 2-to-1 ratio, so take whatever number, say there's 10 on the board, easy math. She'll do an additional 5 damage to all enemies. You just divide by 2. She blesses all yellow allies, and she conjures a light storm at the start of every single turn. She is the only troop in the game that can do that. Of course, Stormcaller class will do that anyway, but if you want to use a class besides Stormcaller and still have that light storm every turn, this is the way to do it. Hi, Priestess Chazka. Can't get Tiloka. Tiloka's okay. Scatter damage if there's a storm, deal triple damage. It sounds very nice, but even tripled, it's still not a lot of damage unless you're really low level, in which case this is going to be a lot lower anyway, so okay, unless you're fighting something that's low level. If you're fighting something that's high level, even with triple damage, it's still not going to do a lot. However, he does deal 10 damage to a random enemy on 4+ gem matches, so at least he's got that going for him. Can't get the sun. Egris already went over. Ehecatl, we are going to max him out because, he's an awesome troop. I want him level 20. I want all of my things at level 20 if I can. Alright, next up, can't get Harpy Night Song. Metzli. Metzli does summon a dark storm when an enemy dies and summons a dark storm at the start of battle, but it's not a persistent dark storm. And I'm not in love with the spell either. So, let's see. Now, I don't remember all of these things offhand. I can tell you that Swanmay, I love her, but I hate her because lycanthropy. I hate lycanthropy. I do love the converting of skulls. That's always fun. I do love my skull spamming, but the fact that she has a chance to create a lycanthropy gem, if I had been thinking about it, I wouldn't have fully traded her so that I could use her. That would make this part, kind of useless, but the yellow convert to skulls is still pretty nice, but nope, not me. Not me. I think this one does skull damage. Oh, it's scatter damage. Yeah. Alright, let's see if we've got anything else really noticeable here. So Tezca, you will get just from doing the storyline. You already have her if you've done the storyline at Suncrest. Totek was in the trials for this kingdom. I don't know if he still is or not, but he's actually pretty useful. Gain armor and barrier, and if there's a storm, barrier all other allies. So you can barrier your entire team and tank up there and just sit up there and never die if you're able to cast him enough. He also summons a light storm at the start of battle. He has skull damage reduction and a little bit of spell reduction as well. Harpy Eagle sucks to fight because she's going to mess up the order of your team. That may be something you like to utilize. I myself never use her. She does place Hunter's Mark on enemies when doing skull damage. She can dodge skulls herself and starts battles with 75% mana, so she can be very annoying to fight. Let's see. Yes, I'm not remembering all these. Sunbird. Sunbird is, I know for sure, has been moved into the trials for this week. And scatter damage, boosted by life, die and rise from the ashes. So it kills itself, and then it comes back with almost full life, and you can just keep casting it over and over again. Also summons a firestorm when an ally dies. And next, anything else really significant? Self was in the epic or in the trial, but she actually can be very, very useful if her attack is high enough. And she is half empowered, but let's see, can't get that. And Heronath, if you've ever done a pet rescue with her, you know that she gives all allies armor, and she can be very annoying to fight unless you're fighting her with true damage. So anyway, since I mentioned the trials, let's go in there and take a look at the trials. I know they changed the team. Totek is still here. High Priestess Chazka for that AoE damage and the persistent light storm. Sunbird is going to switch it when you, if an ally dies, Sunbird will switch that to a firestorm, but as soon as it goes over to the enemy and comes back, it will switch back to a light storm as long as you have Chazka with you. And then Tezca, gives life and attack to any ally, cleanses them, and possibly gives them magic. Only if you cast this on Sunbird will she give them magic, and they'll lose that magic as soon as they kill themselves and resurrect. Ba-dum-bum. So am I going to keep it in this order? I think I'll probably do like this. Just because I want to have some room between these guys in case Totec goes down. Anyway, I'm probably going to do it like that. So haven't tried it yet. I tried the old team and it was awful, so I'm glad they changed it. Next up, what have we got? Let's see. So that is the wrong button. I am not used to how they've changed this yet. Events. Guild Wars, Journey, New Mythic Troop. Yes. So Capricorn is still the only mythic in the drop table if you're using Glory, Gem, or Guild Seals. But as I mentioned, the event keys can still get you. They're only for Suncrest troops, so he's not even part of that. You don't have to worry about that. You can use your event keys, and you're still going to be able to get that. So now that I am thinking about that, hold on a second. The new troop, Egris, and I love the art on this, by the way. Egris, I wanted to try to get this thing shiny because we can. And it's an awesome troop, and I will absolutely be using this. So this is a really good troop to use your shiny keys to try and get. So let's try it. I only have 81 of them. I'm going to open 5 chests at once. We do have a higher chance. We have a 20% chance of getting the featured troop, which is the Egris. So, let's see. Egris got 1. Okay, this one is now shiny level 1. Okay, I need more. Okay, so Egris is now shiny, and I'll get some from the event, but you have to have 10 tokens. In addition, you have to have a total of 15 tokens to get them to shiny level 2, and I kind of want to do that. But let's look and see what the shiny level 1 did for her. Let me see. Egris. Oh, she's blue now instead of white. Okay, and what difference did it make to her spell? More upgrades. Shiny level 1, what did it do? I don't know what it did. Ah, that's right. The first shiny makes it cost 1 less mana. So now she costs 11 instead of 12 mana. And then the next level will probably increase her magic or something. I don't know what it's going to do, but let's see, I'll get 5 more from the event this week. And so I need 4 more to get her to shiny level 2. That's it. That's all I needed. So as soon as we get to that tier in the Journey event, I'll have her at shiny level 2. That's going to be awesome. But I don't have enough keys to just keep going and try to get her to shiny level 3 because that's going to cost, let's see, 5 plus 10 plus, is it plus 15 or is it plus 20 to get to the 3rd level? It's a lot. So yeah, I don't have enough keys to do that. Probably. I don't know. We'll see later in the week. All right, events. What have we got coming up this week, folks? Let's look. So on Tuesday, we have the faction assault for Stone Song Eerie. And those troops I was mentioning, like Queen Sochi, available down there at Stone Song Eerie. She's a very good troop, would be very good to use for events. On Wednesday, we have the Mini Moa Pet Rescue. On Thursday, we have the Storm, where is it? Stormcaller class trial. And this weekend is a weekend off for most of us because it's arena. So, you know, if you enjoy the arena events, that's coming up this weekend. And if you don't, then you get some time off this weekend to do other things. So, let me see. Is that everything? I believe that is it, except Guild Wars. Aha! Guild Wars. Be sure to go in here and set up your teams if you need to know how to do this. I have tutorials for it. So day 1 is yellow. I'm going to switch this. So I will link in my Guild Wars playlist at the end of this video, and I know I need to change all of my teams, but for now I'm going to set in place what I've got here. Anyway, if you need extra information, there's the playlist that you can check out. And if you still have questions or you just don't feel like looking at the playlist, let me know in the comments down below, and I will be happy to help you as soon as I see your comment. This one is brown. Brown. This one is blue. Blue. This one is green. Okay, and if you have this saying 2,000 points here, and then also it will change in a second, 12,000, so 24 unique troops will get you an extra 12,000 points for your guild, for Guild Wars. Make sure you've got those 24 unique troops. That is very, very important. Set your sentinels if you haven't done so yet. I believe that's everything. I will come back to you with the Soul Forge. I didn't see anything really exciting in there except for some weapons. Again, be sure that you don't craft Feather Flight, because that is in the Journey event. Also, tomorrow we will have Stoneflight, the weapon, available during the faction assault at Stonesong Eyrie. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Check out the videos or playlist popping up on the screen right now if you feel like it. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you may be, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye!